That's good, but is it good enough? It has to be good enough. Howdy friends! Here is my first update on my 1000 rejection challenge. Last time I told you guys about how I submitted some of my photography to photography contests. And now we have some results. Out of 100 people, I got 74th. But I got a merit sticker. How many merit stickers did he give out? Is that like a participation award? Anyway, I submitted myself for a few contests this week, like giveaways, okay? There are so many things that I need to do in order to get 1,000 rejections, right? 1,000. Let's all think, let's all sit and think for a moment. 1,000. 1,000. So, are we being a little loosey-goosey on what counts as like a no? Yeah, we are. I think that not winning something is also a rejection of sorts because I wanted to win it, right? If they pick someone else, that means I lost. That means I didn't win. Didn't win, rejection. That counts. So far, I have put on my list 14 things where I could potentially be rejected. And those include the photography contest stuff, the giveaway contest stuff, and some other fun stuff that we're gonna get into. So, last week I submitted photography that was mine. I put it out there, but like, you know, it was very low stakes, even though it felt kind of high stakes. This week, I contacted the photographer that did my maternity photo session, and I asked her if I could use the photos that she took to submit to magazines or online publications to potentially be featured. So that was a bit scarier. She said yes. So my first yes in this rejection challenge, I'm very excited. Now we're on to asking magazines and publications to feature me. The contest felt fairly anonymous, right? I uploaded and I disappeared. But now I'm sending real emails to real people, real businesses. The worst thing that they could do is giggle at me and say like, you silly goose, right? A medium thing that could happen is nothing. They don't respond. And the best thing that could happen is that they feature me, right? So, and I'm not afraid of looking silly. I need to be able to find these smaller magazines, smaller publications, because if I go to like, you know, Parent magazine, of course, like they have their own stuff going on. They're not going to want to feature a rando, right? But smaller publications that have a smaller amount of people might need more help, might need more submissions, might appreciate that. So here's how I'm looking for those places. I'm searching for smaller online publications or magazines. Some magazines do have like a reader submission portion. So I'm looking at who, if they do have that, who they have featured in the past. I'm checking to make sure that they credit photographers. Also, I'm finding submission guidelines. And then obviously, like I said, prioritizing smaller magazines and publications over larger ones. Most definitely, this feels different. Before I was just like posting into the void, and now I'm saying like, hi, this is me, this is who I am, and I think that I'm interesting enough to be featured. So it's exciting because this is exactly why I decided to do this project. I wanted to kind of start the submitting into the void thing before I started to ask real people. So this is building upon itself, and I'm super excited for what it can turn into. I have so many ideas. I have so many ideas that I feel are so good, and I'm very excited, but like I have to build a reputation of like showing up, being here, doing the thing. I am excited about the potential for me being featured on a publication or a magazine. That would just be really fun. And also my maternity photos are beautiful. Like Our photographer did an amazing job. So far we have 12 pending, 1 no, 1 yes.